And today we're talking about the publican and the Pharisee, and we're going into the meeting of the Lord then this week. And what is Monday? Well, my calendar says it's Valentine's Day. It seems to me that it wasn't that long ago we used to call that day Saint Valentine's Day. Did we not? Where'd the saint go? I know that in the tradition of the church, that the Church of Rome, the Catholic Church, remembered St. Valentine on February the 14th, was sort of tradition of the day that he was beheaded back in the 270 era, back in that year. He was beheaded for his work for God. Many miraculous things happened through his holy prayers, healing of blind, and conversions of many, many people into the Christian church. And for that, he gave his life. Some time ago, the Catholic Church decided to take that day off the calendar. It seems like it's been somewhat warped with the pagan goddesses of love and not the love of God. So things have changed, and maybe that's what happened to the saint word, but I still like to refer to it as St. Valentine's Day. The Orthodox Church doesn't remember St. Valentine's on February the 14th. We remember him in July. You got to Google that or read some books. It's an interesting life story for St. Valentine. And as we're speaking about love, St. Valentine was known for his healing of marriage couples and people seeking love and searching out love. We certainly were loved by the Mother of God this week when she came with the curse-root icon, and as a gift to the church from the Metropolitan, Father Serge gave us the holy icon of the sign, which is up here. If you haven't venerated her, make sure you do. It's very beautiful. And we thank the Metropolitan for that gift. And we think about the story today of the publican and the Pharisee, of what is love. Of what are we called to be as Christians, is to love. And we hear the poor Pharisees getting picked on once again, that he knew the rules. He knew he was supposed to be doing his prayers. He knew that he was supposed to be fasting. He knew he was supposed to go to church services. But what did he lose? He hadn't given his heart to God, had he? He hadn't given his heart to God. He hadn't surrendered that heart. He'd done the stuff that he was supposed to do, but he had not surrendered his heart. And that is our thing for this Valentine's Day, for this upcoming meeting of the Lord Day, to just come to services, to just do our prayers, to just do the fast. It's not enough. God wants your heart. He wants you to love Him more than anything in our lives. He wants to be numero uno in our lives. And when He's numero uno, other things fall correctly into place. When He's not, then we have sinned, because then we have taken something else and made it above God. Whether it be our jobs, our collectibles, even our families, the things where we're spending most of our time, we need to be careful of, because we don't want to make an idol. God needs to be number one. And that's what I want to remind you about today as we go into this week, the celebration of love. And the celebration of love with the meeting of the Lord, where Christ came and dedicated Himself, His parents dedicated Himself to the church. That we too, on this feast day, need to remember and rededicate ourselves to the church. What else in the world is more important than serving God? Now, how do we serve God? With a warm heart. It's not always, well, so-and-so didn't do this, but I did. That's the wrong thing. Because so-and-so might have had some real struggles that week and we didn't. But they still came to church. So we need to be very careful not to judge each other, but to come to church to be a servant. Be a servant. How can we serve each other? It's through love. Christ came to the world to serve and to save us. And it is through our service that we can spread the true gospel, the true meaning of God throughout Middlebrook, Augusta County, Rockingham counties, and through our jobs throughout the week, and as we travel to the grocery store and get behind those slow drivers, and all those things that we do throughout the week, that we can be a resemblance of the love of God. So that's what I wanted to challenge you with, that it's not the pink and the red and all those colors that you see this week. It's God. God. He wants your heart. He loves you so much that He sent His Son to die so that we could have salvation. He always had Jeremiah say, turn, turn, turn. We need to turn our lives away from the distractions and to seek God wholeheartedly. And these things I ask. Glory to Thee, our God.